What if your next level of income, life, happiness, joy was just based totally on the amount of complexity and problems you are willing to handle? Now, before we get started with today's powerful message, I want to remind you to go to deanstraining.com. That's deanstraining.com and reserve your spot for the powerful online training I'm doing with my dear friend Tony Robbins to show you how to tap into one of the fastest growing industries on the planet to make impact and gain next level success. Go to deanstraining.com. Welcome to the Dean Graziosi Show. All success starts right here. I think the biggest misconception people have is that when you're successful, when you start making more money, when you reach that level you desire, that problems go away. And if that's what you're thinking, let me just tell you from someone who's been on both sides, the problems don't go away. They just get more complex. And your success is completely reliant on your ability to handle higher level problems. I'm reading a book again that I love. You probably read it, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, for lack of a better word. That's the title, so I'll just say it like it is. It's a great book. I read it about a year ago, I think it was, when it first came out. And I just decided, I was working out 2 days ago. I'm like, let me listen to it again. I say read, I listen. And in that part, it talks about how so many people desire another level. He gave a personal example of his life, the author. He said, when he was a kid, he wanted to be a rock star. And he wanted to play on a band. He could envision himself, up on stage, rocking out with his guitar, chicks screaming for him, the audience going nuts, and he wanted to be a rock star. And then it didn't happen, and he gave up. And he said traditional wisdom, especially the American dream, wherever you live in the world, everybody knows what the American dream is. You think to yourself, wow, I gave up. He said, I realized I was full of shit. I really didn't want to be a musician. I wanted the end result. It was like if you climbed a mountain, he wanted to feel what it was like to be at the summit, be at the top of the mountain and look around and see all the view, but he didn't really want to climb the mountain. He said when he really thought about it, he wanted to be a rock star, but he didn't want to handle the problems or the complexity it took to get there. He said, I didn't practice 5 nights a week. I didn't buy a van and hook up with my buddies and have to schlep from small gig to small gig to get my practice in. I didn't want to handle the rejection. I didn't want to, go through all the, I didn't want to hand out flyers and beg people to come to my show. I just wanted to be a rock star. So he goes, at the end of the day, I really didn't want to be a rock star because I wasn't ready to handle the problems that would go along with it. So think about that. We could use a silly analogy like the gym, right? You want to get a great body. You want to be in the best shape of your life. You want to feel really good. But are you ready to handle the problems of maybe the only way you could fit it in is your alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning and you got to get out of bed and maybe drink some kind of protein shake or something to get you the energy and maybe not have coffee because you want to be healthier, not have any sugar because you want to look better and go over to the gym. That's a problem. That is a problem. Weighing your food, wanting to have pasta and a dessert, but instead you have a grilled fish or grilled chicken with steamed vegetables. That's a problem. But the end result gets you where you want to go. You see, I realized in my life, every time I go to another level and there's more complexity, there's a deeper problem, there's more pain, there's more worry, the more I handle that problem, the more I can learn through it, face it, go straight for my obstacle, not run away from it, then the problems I used to have seem to be nothing, right? If you are pissed when you order a steak medium rare and it comes medium well, if you freak out when someone cuts you off in traffic, if you freak out if someone takes your parking spot because you are waiting for it at the mall, if you freak out because you feel someone might have disrespected you, then let me tell you something. You need a new set of problems. You need a deeper set of problems because here's what I know. As in our human nature, problems never go away. If you had a list right now of all the problems you see in your life, all the things that you don't like, and you came down and I had a magic wand and I wiped all those problems away, do you know within 3 months, you'd have a whole new list? And maybe they're a better set of problems. I don't have any money. Okay, now I'm making $1 million a year, new problems. How do I pay the right taxes? Do I hire a CFO? Do I need to expand my company? Do I need to buy a new building? Do I have to hire more advertising? Do I have the right social media people to create the expansion that I need? Is my accountant ripping me off? Do I put my kids in private school now? And if I do, what private school? And do I go to a Christian school or maybe a Jewish school because they have good, like, how many different things could you go through? Problems will never, ever go away. I'm sorry to be the bearer of that. But that's okay, because the level of problems you have is the level of your life. Small problems, being pissed that someone cut you off in traffic, it means you don't have enough shit going on in your life. Create bigger problems, you'll have better and bigger results. You'll have better and bigger accomplishments in your life. So in this podcast, I want you to really think about what level of problems you have. And kind of reframe your mind to say, wow, problems aren't going to go away. My ability to learn from them, to let them go away, to let the little shit just come in and go, yeah, that kind of bugged me. But I'm not going to use my problem energy, right? We only have a certain amount of energy in a day, right? We only have a certain amount of time in a day. So do you want to eat up, let's say there's a bucket of problem energy. Do you want to use that on figuring out your first marketing campaign, or how to get that URL you desire, or how to get that first real estate deal you want, or how to sell your first product online, or how to work with your boss so he understands you and you understand him and you get that next level raise? Do you want to use that problem energy to solve that stuff? Or do you want to use it on trivial stuff and worry about if you order chicken, they bring you steak? Just freaking eat it. You know what I mean? Like use the energy in the right direction. And that's one of the key components to being successful at the level you desire, the level you deserve. Again, I'll say this week after week. You're listening to me because you want another level. I hope you listen to other great people who've actually done it. Be careful taking advice, right? In previous podcasts, I talk about the most expensive advice in the world is bad advice. The second most costly advice is usually free advice from someone who's not playing the game at the highest level possible. So again, problems will never go away. I'm sorry to inform you that, but that's okay, because the level of your problems determines the level of your life, the level of your success, and the next level of where you belong in life. Don't ignore problems. Don't think for just harmony and peace. Think, I can handle a next level of problems, and watch your next level of life be right behind it. I hope you enjoyed today's training. Now go to deanstraining.com to make sure you reserve a spot for the special online training I'm doing with my dear friend Tony Robbins to show you how to take what you already know, your expertise, in fact, sometimes a mess, how to turn that into a message, impact lives, and gain next level success. If you're intrigued, then you need to go to deanstraining.com. What's up? What's up? Hey, before you go, you need to watch these next few videos. They're absolute game changers. Hurry up and click right over here and watch them, and I'll see you there.